Welcome to Audit Archive, where we run you through some of the most questionable and rather atrocious police encounters. Today, we're looking at a case where 3 incompetent police officers tased a man almost 30 times in the span of 10 minutes just because they couldn't place him in handcuffs. Let's recount the events that led to his unfortunate death. On December 31st, 2022, just hours before the dawn of 2023, the Jackson Police Department received complaints from a hotel representative about a male subject who was allegedly harassing people in the hotel parking lot. The hotel staff had initially requested the male subject to leave, but they resorted to calling 911 after he refused. Officer Kenyon McCarty was the first to arrive on the scene and immediately located the male subject. Body cam footage captured the initial moments when 41-year-old Keith Muriel was confronted by the officer. Officer McCarty was also joined by fellow officer Avery Willis at this point.
Did he ask you to leave? Did he ask you to leave? He did? He did? Can you understand me? Okay. One sec. Hey, love, that him? Is this him? Okay. Can you understand me? That's fine, love. Can you understand me? Okay, so. Hey, I knew you was coming. Leave. I'm not gonna ask again. I catch you back up here, we're gonna have a problem. Let's go. We're gonna walk off.
Looking at us, bro. We ain't doing nothing. We doing our job, man. Go on.
I don't care. I don't care about the looking. I don't care about the looking. Let's go. Okay, and then when one of them shoots you, don't say nothing. Hey, we didn't tell you to stop walking. Let's go, boss.
Go ahead, walk to the car now.
Ask you nicely, man.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Are you scared? Do you stay here? He's asking you to leave. He's security of the property. If you don't leave, you're going to be arrested for trespassing. Either or. It's up to you. But I'm not going to keep repeating myself and I keep asking you to leave. Go.
Okay, hold on. The reason why I'm asking is everything okay is because I keep asking you, and I don't do that throughout the week. We don't repeat ourselves throughout this. So the reason why I'm asking is everything okay because you're looking at me kind of funny. Like you got a little smirk on your face, whatever. I'm not doing all that. I'm trying to ask are you okay because if you need help, we can do that for you. But if not, you need to leave per their request. Is there a problem? Okay, can you leave from me?
As seen in the footage, Officer McCarty had approached Mr. Muriel with a substantial level of aggression and hostility. She not only mocked Mr. Muriel, but also threatened to shoot him, even though he was not posing a threat to anyone. Officer McCarty's ego and arrogance were way too evident already. It appeared as if Mr. Muriel was now walking away, and New Year's Eve was going to be a smooth one for both parties. However, Mr. Muriel walked up to the hotel entrance again, and that's when Officer McCarty escalated the situation by pulling out her taser and waving it at Mr. Muriel as he had his back turned while walking off the property. In addition to this, Officer Willis unnecessarily pushed Mr. Muriel away from the hotel entrance, even though he was already walking away.
You don't gotta, hey, say boss, wrong move, let's go, I said go.
Go, I promise.
What the hell is wrong with you walking up?
Not playing?
No, baby, no, it's New Year's, don't do that, New Year's.
No, he just walking out there in that block. Walking up to the car.
Hey, nah, you go get off my parking lot. I want you in the street, let's go.
Okay,
They ain't have to ask you that many times.
come on, man. You keep
Boss,
Ain't nobody finna do
I'm
nothing.
telling you, man, let's go.
Nobody finna do nothing, man. Walk.
I'm telling you.
You stop one more time, putting you on your ass, man. I promise. Come on, keep it going.
Let's go, in the street.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Wherever you gotta go, go. I'm not, hey, come back around here if you want to. Come back around here if you want to.
I don't got time. Finna go to jail for public drunk. I'm telling you, that's what's finna happen. Okay. Sir, first and last warning, get off the light. First and last warning, get off my light. Let's go. Like, stupid, nah, he finna get out my life, take your Waffle House. Let's go. I want you out my grass. Hey, they been doing that. They called me and not just came my phone. Bro, while we was out there, I'm talking about them ain't no fireworks. I just in Waffle House parking lot, and he gonna be Clement's problem. He gonna be Clement's problem. Yeah, she out there. I seen her car. Don't come back, boss. Let me see if Clement's in there.
Officer McCarty not only pointed the taser at Mr. Muriel multiple times for absolutely no reason, but she also activated it in an attempt to threaten him. To make matters worse, she also threatened to arrest Mr. Muriel for public intoxication, which was yet another act of tyranny against him, since there was no evidence for that anyway. Now it goes without saying that unholstering a taser without a reason is completely against the standards of every police department. The American Civil Liberties Union published a 6-page document highlighting all the general guidelines for the usage of tasers. By taking a quick glance at the factors to determine reasonableness of force, it becomes pretty obvious that Officer McCarty indeed had zero reason to threaten Mr. Muriel with the taser. He posed no threat to anybody and simply stayed quiet. Regardless, Mr. Muriel was now off the hotel property, and the officers returned to their patrol vehicles, where they engaged in a conversation with one of the witnesses.
Back over
He over here now.
He on the lot now.
He on the lot right now.
Did I put myself out over here?
I don't know if you did. But yeah, go.
He is right there.
Oh my God, he's in front of this. He trying me.
That's what he doing.
I'm finna.
That's what he doing.
I'm trying so hard.
You walk up on me 2 times. I said, no.
Hey, what I'm saying, like, what is your problem? You act like we telling you something wrong. You sitting up here like a crackhead staring at people. You done scared the hell. You done scared the hell out that lady. That lady didn't even want to get out of the car with her kids. Huh?
There's another one too. She pulled off the left. See, he trying. See, that's really watching you.
Oh, it's too early. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, Willis. One more time. His on. I'm sorry. I can't be disrespected like that many times, and he just standing there. Yes. That's not the way to. Well, we're handling police duty, and we can't move our vehicles, ma'am. So you're gonna have to wait. Baby, yes, you gotta sit there and wait unless you want to get in these patrol cars.
Huh?
No, you good, love. You good. You safe. You good. Yes, ma'am. That ain't a smart thing to do. Talk off to the cops. I'm telling you, I'm in a move. Everybody can go. Disorderly conduct, noise off. Y'all better get it. Y'all better get on them laws. They better get on them laws. Look, okay. I think he gone. He gonna come back. He gonna come back.
Come back when we leave. That's fine because then I get to put handcuffs.
Right, put handcuffs on it. Don't even have to warn him. Hey, give us a call back.
As we've just seen, Officer McCarty apparently felt disrespected just because Mr. Muriel didn't respond to her during their initial confrontation. We can assume that this was one of the major reasons why Officer McCarty had such ego and hostility, which is purely unacceptable. Just as both officers were about to leave the scene, Mr. Muriel returned to the property and was promptly tackled to the ground. Backup was called to the scene, and third officer James Land arrived to provide assistance. Note that Officer McCarty had pulled out her taser once again, but this time actually used it on Mr. Muriel. She didn't tase Mr. Muriel once, not twice, but almost 30 times while he was pinned to the ground. Watch as Mr. Muriel continuously screamed and yelled for help while all 3 officers essentially tortured him.
Charlie 5.
Go ahead, 5.
1023.
Fast, go ahead.
1023. Give me your left arm. Give me your left arm. Alright. Stay down. Give me your left arm.
Stop! Stop resisting!
Lay flat. Lay down flat on your stomach. Lay down flat. Alright, stop.
Stop!
Give me your right hand. Give me your right hand.
That's the cuff.
All right, relax your right arm. Put your right arm behind your.
Let's go! Oh, you finna get it again! You finna get it again!
Man, stop me. Man, stop. Stop.
Now you grab my tape. Okay.
Man, stop.
Stop moving.
Alright.
Stop moving!
What you grabbing?
Get your baton out. Use your baton to pry his arm.
He ain't going nowhere.
Extend it.
Come here already. Ooh.
All right, don't worry about it. All right.
There you go. Come on. How we get him on there? Stop moving! Stop moving!
Damn. All right, now screw this.
Screw that. Double link it. Double link it.
They're already double linked.
Double link the. Down, or you finna get it again. 5, 4, 3, 2. Five.
Oh, you want to grab the cuffs, foot? That makes it easier. Thank you.
Grab them up. Lace them bitches in.
Okay. Oh. Big son of a bitch.
No, stay. Stay on the.
At this point, after almost 5 entire minutes of being tased continuously, the 3 officers managed to place Mr. Muriel in handcuffs. This is an appropriate time to discuss the severity of Officer McCarty's unruly use of force. To put things into perspective, tasers usually have a voltage of 50,000 and an amp of 5. One instance of such a huge voltage directed into the human body is enough to disrupt the nervous system and cause muscle spasms, along with an intense feeling of pain. Now, imagine this being repeated 30 times. Do you think it would cause fatal injuries? Regardless, the officers proceeded to try and secure Mr. Muriel in the back of a patrol vehicle.
Ground. Why don't y'all bring y'all's PCs closer?
I got him. Hey, we go ahead.
When y'all.
I'm gonna need you to transfer.
Nah. I got him. Get your knee up. I got him. McCarty, get your knee off his back. I got him. You ain't going nowhere with me. Keep with me like this.
Man.
All right, we're about to pick you up and put you in the back of this car. Do you understand?
Get up.
I'm up.
All right, stand up. Stand up.
Come on.
All right,
Let's take him. We got to search.
get him against the car. At least get him against.
Big Hey, you know what? Y'all take him. I tried.
Come on.
Don't worry about it. You don't want to get up?
All right. Nah, let him. Not sound the ground. Let him
Watch
get.
my D for me.
Right here.
McCarty.
McCarty. None on this side. None on his back pockets.
As seen in the footage, the officers failed to place Mr. Muriel in a patrol vehicle because he fell back down to the ground while trying to walk. As discussed earlier, Mr. Muriel at this point had been electrocuted countless times, which inevitably impaired him. It could be assumed that he was essentially paralyzed and hence unable to walk or stand up. For some reason, the officers completely neglected this factor and apparently took it as resistance on Mr. Muriel's end, which couldn't be farther from the truth.
Motherfucker, turn over.
Y'all got him in the corner?
Nope.
I'm saying, like,
Check his pocket right there.
All right, something in that pocket.
Come on now. You want me to go?
You want to keep trying to kick me?
hey, y'all
Go
got
ahead,
him.
Okay. Now we get up.
Yes, sir, ma'am. Keith. Last name is going to be Mike. Romeo, India, Echo, Lamer. 31181.
Oh, just... Get on up in there. All right, you got him? I know. He's got my pants.
Yep. Get your over here.
All right, McCarty. You come inside, grab him. I'll drag his ass in there.
Okay, hold on.
Charlie, car.
All right. Switch. Bang. Go. Hey, kick me again. Kick me again. Get your up. Get up.
Let's take a moment to analyze this situation here. There are 3 officers who took over 10 minutes to place the subject in handcuffs, even after using excessive force by tasing him 30 times. They are now struggling to secure this one subject in the back of a patrol vehicle, and eventually go as far as cuffing his legs together, but still miserably fail in their attempts. This not only displayed utter incompetence, but also depicted how poorly these officers were handling this ordeal.
Alright, all units out here, white in the close.
Right, he's in.
Don't hit him
Right now, hold him still real quick. I'm gonna fix that leg situation right now. Hey, no. Fix it. I'm gonna fix that leg situation right now.
Extend the stay so hard. Hey,
Oh, get in. Watch your head. Come on, get in.
Sir.
Here, grab his. You have to grab him by the arm. Grab him right here under his arm.
Shit, he about to take my shit. Y'all, we get some additional units out here. Sergeant him on the way. All he doing is kicking. Sir.
Willis, man, they grab this other arm up here.
Willis, can you get that on?
All right.
Hold on.
I ain't playing this kicking game.
I got you, man. I got you. Go ahead. Put it on. Steady kicking. Sir, stop kicking.
I ain't playing that kicking game no more.
Hey, pick up these buddies. Come on, guy.
All right, you want to kick?
Get in there.
Yeah, push against me.
Come on.
Put yourself on in.
Come on. Come on. Almost there. Shit. Close. Hey, folks. A little bit more. Okay. All right, close it. All right.
All right, I got his legs. Close the door.
right, 1, 2, 3, move, Lane. Lane, move.
Then, as if Officer McCarty hadn't tased Mr. Muriel enough, she unbelievably tased him again, even though he was completely immobile with his hands and legs cuffed up. This is one of the most outrageous actions taken by law enforcement throughout the incidents we have covered on Audit Archive. Even after this continuous use of excessive force, the officers still took a substantial amount of time to shut the door on Mr. Muriel.
All right, go stop.
You're not going. Look.
Come on. Fold your legs.
Hold your legs, sir.
Fold your legs.
Come on, sir. Fold your legs for me.
Charlie 83, push your first.
Here, Trey.
No, I need it.
Sir.
Someone. Oh my God.
Sir, get your legs.
Come on, get your legs in.
Y'all pull it back.
Okay, I got the door.
Pull it back. I need to get his
We can work with him up there.
head. His head.
Let's work about his. Willis, go over there.
Get in the car right, man.
Key, I don't want to hit his head, sir.
Get in the car right.
Let's go hit his head if we close it.
You gotta get it together. Get your work.
I should have worn a short sleeve shirt.
We all good.
Maybe a little bit. Yes, please.
Mr. Key. We got some in the car, baby. Mr. Key, can you please move your head, sir?
Twist him. Try and twist. No, twist him sideways and then try to push his head.
Serious. Only possession of controlled substance. The RI is the Bureau of Narcotics. Get a chance.
Damn it.
Listen to him. We gotta turn him. Listen to him. Hey, right here. We gotta twist him sideways. Bend his head against this damn thing. Whatever happened after that, that's on him.
He's so big and not wanting to comply.
He's not one. He ain't been compliant since we've been out here. Man, we asked him at least 8 times to leave. He came back while we were still.
Now listen closely, as Officer Land wished that he had a beanbag shell, essentially hoping that he could use even more force against Mr. Muriel by shooting at him.
Here, man.
Oh, I wish I had a beanbag shell.
Well, it would be nice. Huh?
I can't risk opening the door because we
Don't open the door.
Yeah, they been.
we had to fight. We had to put him in my SUV.
We should have put him in the SUV. He don't feel nothing.
Okay.
He feel it, but he don't.
That's on him.
At this point, Mr. Muriel was essentially shackled in the back of a patrol vehicle with his legs propped up and his head tilted. One very important detail to note here is that Mr. Muriel was unresponsive by now. He was not conscious at all. This is something that shouldn't surprise you, especially after the excessive force used against him. In fact, the officer should have been well aware of the medical complications Mr. Muriel was prone to after being tased so many times. And the officers should have promptly called the medics to at least check him out to make sure he was fine. They had all the hints needed to be concerned about his well-being, but completely neglected them. Watch as the officers laughed and joked about the situation, even with the sergeant who arrived on the scene shortly after. They spent a substantial amount of time essentially chatting with each other without concluding their investigation and taking Mr. Muriel to the department or hospital.
In the beginning, it was funny. After a while, it got annoying. Originally,
I should.
He kept walking over here. We kept telling him, like, man, turn your ass.
I should have put him in an armbar.
I wasn't even thinking about all that. Realistically, all I knew is if he got up again.
But we finna stand by and wait on him. Y'all knows it. Just up and say,
Hey, stop, McCarty, stop. And besides, flip your camera up, right side up. It's upside down.
Man, that thing failed like 8 times. I don't even know. My man is in my bed somewhere. How tall is it though? He's 6'3". 6'3".
Still, he too tall.
Hey, sorry. I promise you we ain't had no choice. Go look at him. Tell me you go take this
At the car, you go get him.
and you go get him by yourself. We'll take all the handcuffs off and you put the handcuffs on.
He off something.
Sorry, he off something.
Realistically, he is off something right now because
can't
the way
see
he
his
look
shit.
at you can tell like he'll
And he'll
stare
just look
at
at you like this. And you'll be talking, he just looking. So we walked them all the way over there to Waffle House in the parking lot, Sergeant. We came back over here, finna get ready to go 10-8. He walks back over here. Security said he done told him at least 8 times to stop harassing the people that was parked over here. He kept coming back and forth. Now when we walked him over there to Waffle House, he came right back over here after we done told him, do not come back over here. And he got an in-state warrant, in-state pickup only. So I guess that ain't go. So trespassing, resisting arrest, assault on an officer.
Gonna get married now.
My damn knee.
You don't have to. You have to do everything. Then you gotta do that. You gotta do that.
Hell no.
And he was not given a single drive stone once cuffs were on both wrists.
Yeah, he got 3 cuffs on right now.
He got 3 on.
Because we couldn't get arms, like he would extend his arm, but it would be locked out the wrong way. So if we would have forced it, it would have broke his elbow out of place.
Time is now. Yeah.
It's 2023. This how you starting off the new year.
This how you starting off the new year. How old is he? 31181.
You asking me to do math right now. That's
I'm actually laying, actually.
Okay, good job.
41.
No? Can't be 41. It's 2022. About to be 2023.
81 to 22. It's 41 years.
He was born in 81.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, never mind. I ain't got time for it. Yeah, 81. Then
41.
81.
41 years old.
He's an old.
Just like Sergeant Reed.
About how much I say you weigh?
Too much.
How much?
280 to 300.
Soon, Officer Land noticed that Mr. Muriel was unconscious, but assumed that he was just asleep. Watch as Officer Land and Officer Willis joke about Mr. Muriel taking a nap, when he was actually in critical condition at that point.
It's nap time.
You hear me? I'm finna tell this right now.
I mean, big boy in there gets to take him a little nap.
I hope he do it, okay? They gonna have to get their ass out of the
Hey, Willis.
As a result of this incident, Mr. Muriel was unfortunately declared dead in a local hospital, where he was taken to after the officers realized the severity of his medical complications. A lawsuit was soon filed against the officers by Mr. Muriel's estate, and 2 of the officers, Officer McCarty and Officer Willis, were charged with second-degree murder on May 19, 2023. Meanwhile, the 3rd officer, Officer Land, was charged with manslaughter. The lawsuit states that, at no time did the officers check on Muriel to determine if Muriel was okay, although they had observed that he was unresponsive, unable to walk on his own, and in need of medical attention. The Jackson Mayor, Chokwe Antar Lumumba, also commented on the incident and stated that it was excessive, disheartening, and tragic. As of the date of this recording, Officer McCarty is out of jail on a $150,000 bond and will enter a not guilty plea. Meanwhile, Officer Willis is awaiting arraignment, and Officer Land has been released on a $75,000 bond. Be sure to check out our previous video, where we run through many different outrageous cases.